All right, I'll link to the Twitter page if you're and I don't understand people that have Twitter without dark mode. Like I don't do anything without dark mode. I just don't understand that. Who wants a big I stare at computers too much to have a big white screen staring at me. But in any case, this is a new thing that's going to be implemented, and it's probably going to be in a grocery store near you before long if it works. Um, just like the self checkout, they all loved that. All these corporations have like one goal in mind, and that's take your money with as few employees as possible. And you wonder why we got homeless all over the place. We don't have the welfare capitalism of the past. We have FU capitalism, basically. And so, yeah. And it's funny because, like, the way people talk about capitalism and socialism, to me, like, almost nobody knows the definition of either of those words. Like, I don't know. I don't even know if I can know anybody that can know the definitions in the antiquated sense, anyway. But which is more accurate, in my opinion. But in this case, we have these machines that are going to be on your shopping cart. So you won't have to even go to the self checkout line. You'll just, I guess, ring it all up yourself, and they'll have a surveillance state all around you to make sure you're not, cheating, right? Because I knew when I was in Portland, a lot of people were cheating at the self checkout lines, like a lot, and they brag about it. And I don't know. I didn't even use the self checkout. I'm like, I want to keep somebody employed, and I want to say hi to somebody. Either make them feel better, or maybe I'll get a smile. I mean, anything, because it's such a lifeless world out there, and yeah, people just don't treat people kind or anything very much. It's a little better here in Oregon, but it's just yeah, I don't know how to talk about that, but it's really bad. But yeah, you're gonna be like, so like now you're the employee, right? The self checkout was one thing. Um, Now you're gonna be like scanning it and putting it in your cart and weighing it and doing all that from your cart, just like the self checkout line. So there'll probably be like nobody in the cashier's rows. I've noticed that lately at stores. They have like one cashier, you know. They're like pushing you to the self checkout. And this is just another way of doing it to make it so like it's already self checkout because you're pushing around your cart and you're gonna have to act like a little old lady from like 50 years ago. Um, you know, Last time she did anything to be like no, I want somebody. I mean, you're gonna have to be like that if you don't want this. And it might be worth it to be like that because this is BS. I mean, you're gonna be like, why aren't like we're not gonna get paid for doing this? We're doing their job and we have to pay. Like the grocery prices aren't going down, so consider that. I really think society needs like a reality check about how we go out and interact with each other. Styx Hexenhammer made a video about he called the oratory. Um, I make a point to like crack jokes with people. Like one of my favorite at the grocery store is when I return the cart doing their job. I find somebody in the parking lot and I say like, "Hey, um, you want this one? It's got like a 60,000 mile warranty, brand new tires. And just 9 times out of 10, I get a laugh, and at least somebody smiled. And we're losing our humanity, like to this dystopic thing. Like we're being trained to be robots. I mean, think about it. And that screen's going to be looking at you. This is 1984 at the grocery store. That screen's going to be, it's got a camera on it, so it's going to have your face. It's going to know the facial expressions you make when you go buy certain items or something. Like whether you like the price or not, or whether you get excited about a price or something. It'll just, and then we have this surveillance pricing thing where, the price changes depending on who you are, you know? which should, California, if you're listening, make that illegal, like now. Um, if they haven't, do that. That's like, come on. Because I know they've been making some headway on some things with artificial intelligence and other things, but um, yeah, some regulations need to be put in place if we're going to use this crap. Um, I think you should have the option not to use these carts, you know? And the sad part is a lot of people would prefer it because they just don't like people. And they've been like dog trained to not even want to talk to somebody around them. I ran into a lady that lives down the street and she says, I ain't seen you in a while. Why don't you come over? And, I was thinking about it and it's like, I know why. Because when I go over, they're just sitting there staring at their phones the whole time. So you can't even talk to them, you know? And for somebody who is on the computer as much as me, that's saying a lot, So, yeah, that's what I got to offer.